Welcome back, everybody, to Elder Scrolls Online. This is episode 153, and today is the day that Gold Road released. So by the time you see this, it'll be a little bit down the track. I'm contemplating what I want to do, whether I want to keep going with just take my time and just get to it when I get to it, or if I should just do a dedicated series just to Gold Roads with a brand new character. Or I know, just give me a minute. I've been playing a night blade, so I'm getting a little bit used to things again. So yeah, so there's a few things I want to have a look at. What is our P for endeavors. Alrighty, defeat 40 enemies and complete 2 quests. I did that with a character I'm using to explore the Gold Road with. Consume 3 drinks, well, we can do that without too much trouble, or craft 5 items with any skill. That can also happen. Weekly endeavor, complete 25 quests. Actually, that's not that hard. We can do that. I see a Hallin stand Wayshrine. I should probably unlock that before I go too much further. We do have only a couple more Wayshrines to do, so let's do that. I see a book. I wonder if that nice little dryad is gonna let me. There it is over there. Let's before I forget, this book is here. Let's grab this silver seam. Uh-oh, where'd I see it? There it is. 16 Accords of Madness, Volume 6. Lorebook discovered, Hircine's Tale. About Sheogorath. I dislike that mage immensely. That deity. Let's head on up this way. Here's my Wayshrine. Ooh, and I can see a main story quest. Let's grab that while we're here. Stargazer Herald.
Listen to me for just a moment.
Okay.
Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars have vanished from the sky. Will no one listen? Will no one help?
The stars have vanished? What are you talking about?
I'm an initiate in the Order of Stargazers. We study the stars and their influence on Tamrien. Not long ago, we noticed irregularities in 3 of the star signs. Shortly thereafter, strange armies overran Craglorn.
How can I help?
One of our order, Qharroa, is leading our efforts to stop these attacks. But we are not warriors. This cart will take you to Belkarth in Craglorn, where you can speak to her personally. Please, help us.
I'll aid you as best I can, but not right now. I think I may have accidentally tripped another prologue quest. No, I didn't. Well, that's going to make my life exciting. We're actually trying to do, what are we trying to do? Tongues of Stone, wasn't it? Yes, talk to Lady Laurent. How can I resist? Let's go. I love the adventures with these guys. Well, this doesn't look like Lady Laurent. Laurent, what do you reckon? Slap it, bear. I know, here I was thinking, oh my gosh, there she is digging in the dirt. But no, I should have known better. Lady Laurent does not do the digging in the dirt. Search the scorpion. Hack the rubidite. Unlock the chest. My goodness, I wonder what we've got today. Vampire Lord's hat. Well, he's going to want that back or he's going to get sunburnt. Ooh, Sacred Springs. I know, right? We want to unlock that as well. Let's go. We're going to be disciplined today, kind of. Alright, no, we're not. We're going to go to the Sacred Springs because I'd like to unlock them. And then we're going to go talk to Lady Laurent. Runestone. So, the Gold Road has a new skill you can unlock. Uh-oh. It's alright. We would have had to have taken them out anyway because we want this birch. Oh my gosh, they were eating this poor stranger who had a shadow hide helmet of magicka. Yes, and nothing special, but there we go. So we could go and divert like we have for the other skills that we don't have with this character, that we don't have if we play the story in order. We could go and divert and do that with this character, or we could continue with our Arcanist and let her wander into the West Weald, or we can start a new series just as devoted as we can be to the West Weald, although having played the first little bit, that's not as easy as it sounds. Man, now you're being a floor mage. Let's go. Next. Oh boy. Oh dear. Ow! Rude. There, slap it. Little deer, I don't know why you're hiding behind me, because that way you're likely to be turned into roast deer if you're not careful. Well done, bear. I guess my fellow adventurers didn't really want to help me. Sad. Alright, where are we at? Oh, there's a whole lot of mystery in here. I know.
Please, I was once like you.
That's not what we're after. We're actually after this sacred springs. I just want to unlock them if I can. There we go. Now, is that now white on our map? Yes, we've unlocked the sacred springs. We might as well grab the pure water. Alright, now we'll go and go for Lady Laurent. Were they alligators? They were alligators. Thank goodness they were sleeping when I went past, or I'd be in a lot of trouble, wouldn't I? Oh dear. Bear, what are you thinking? Don't go starting trouble. The little deer doesn't like it. I know, I'm going to beat the bear over the head with my little deer now. Brimstones. This is the Telasubi ruins. Huh. Lady Laurent.
My expedition is ruined. One catastrophe after another. Oh, we meet again. You wouldn't happen to be interested in performing a few light duties, would you? I'm in need of a temporary assistant.
Perhaps, but what are you doing out here?
I'm conducting research into ancient Yokudan ruins to see what light they cast on modern Redguard society. Fascinating, but not without peril. An alchemical experiment led to my assistant becoming, incapacitated. But I hope to recover him.
Recover? So he's still alive?
Oh, quite. Stibbons should recover once I reverse the process. All my supplies are at my new camp, through these ruins. We'll need to get some things here, then go to my first camp at the dig site, which, unfortunately, has been overrun by goblins.
Goblins? Is that what you're researching?
Goblins? Certainly not. I've been studying the local gargoyles. I believe they're the key to certain Yokudan myths and legends. It's my own theory. Now, I'll need you to retrieve my supplies, and then perform Stibbons' duties in his absence.
Very well. Where can I find these supplies?
My alchemical gear is at the new camp through these ruins. You'll have to find where Stibbons set it up. Be careful with it. It's delicate. Once you've collected that, we'll move on to the old camp.
All right. Something tells me this is not going to be as easy as it sounds, right? Especially if I keep getting distracted by rubidite. Ooh, and letters. Gripe, gripe, gripe. I loathe the stench of these gargoyles. I'm beginning to wish they'd assigned me to the Dwarven Project. Ruthock's Gear, southeast of Hallin Stand, I think. Dusty, no doubt, but I bet it smells better. I don't know what Major Karina thinks she's going to find, but it turns out we can control the Dwarven constructs. It'll be worth the effort. Time better spent than sitting here roasting my backside off. Well, there you go. Someone's not happy, but I don't think that was Stibbons. Ooh, Stibbons Qharroa checklist. 1. Find a shaded pool suitable for chilling madam's refreshing libations. 2. Remove the intrusive sand from betwixt the bristles of madam's suede brush. 3. Read an improving book about madam's current endeavours, perhaps that one about the mystery of gargoyles that was recommended by the haberdasher in Hallin Stand. 4. Remind madam, when she complains of the desert sun, that she has an ample selection of parasols in the miscellany trunk. 5. Test the efficacy of the scorpion anti-venom purchased in Waydress by enticing a very small member of the species to sting oneself in a non-vital area. 6. Write a chastening letter to the purveyor of Grabat's perdurable expedition garb expressing her ladyship's extreme disappointment with the visible wear upon her guaranteed impervious Wamosu hide tunic and breeches ensemble. And 7. Surreptitiously check our guy's knucklebones for evidence of tampering. His luck at play is truly beyond incredible. Truly beyond incredible. Oh dear. Alright. He does know that the smaller the scorpion, the more poisonous it is, right? Maybe he doesn't. That's a possibility I should have considered. Oh, a book. I love where we find all these books. We find them in so many places. The Mystery of Gargoyles. Lorebook discovered. That's the one that he was going to read. So this must be Stibbons' tent. I'm not sure who put the rye and comberries in there, but okay, I don't think it was him. Alright, the Telasubi ruins have a world boss in them, but what we're looking for... I know, let's go. Let's go, Ghostbusters. Is the taking the equipment to Lady Laurent, who does not deserve Stibbons.
Let's get on with it, shall we? Stibbons isn't going to revive himself.
Here's your alchemical equipment.
Yes, most satisfactory. Stibbons would have dusted them off as well, but one mustn't be choosy, must one? Now, off to our first camp at the dig site, where we'll find my man Stibbons. Shall we?
Certainly, let's go. I don't like Lady Laurent. I've got a lot of time for Stibbons, and I don't know why the man puts up with her, except perhaps that he's a little bit smitten. But Lady Laurent, I know. Could easily throw her into a pit of some kind. Whoops, I think I'm in trouble now. Yeah, there we go. Whoops. Oh no, I was okay until I did that. Alright, let's bird that thing from here. Save my bear.
I'm back, Stibbons. Glad to see you haven't run off anywhere.
Lady Laurent.
What a hodgepodge. How is one supposed to find anything in here? Please, pay me no mind. I didn't expect to react so strongly to seeing poor Stibbons in this state. Now, where did he put those notes?
Notes?
I suppose you should know the truth. Ancient inscriptions here described some unique alchemical processes, which I tried to duplicate. I fear I succeeded all too well, and Stibbons' unfortunate condition is the result.
You turned him to stone.
Yes, but I'm certain I can restore him if we find his... my notes. Stibbons put them in a safe place somewhere in this camp. I'm sure you can find them. You're ever so handy at that sort of thing.
I hate being flattered. Being the person doesn't mean it. Oh. I know, I was going to actually alter my aim to undo the chest first, but I guess... I guess, seeing as we're here. Lady Laurent's Qharroa notes. There we go.
Julianos' little teapot. Where could they be?
I found them.
Oh, praise the divines. You're a lifesaver, Stibbons. Whatever your name is. At any rate, give me a moment to read these over, and I'll know what I need next.
Very good. Give her a moment to read them over.
Ah, yes. Now I recall
Tongues
how it
of
was.
stones. Okay. Talk to Lady Laurent.
Stendar smite them. The goblins took my reagents. Would serve them right if they ate them, the wretches. That gives me an idea.
What's that?
I need to develop an antidote for the Yokudan stoneflesh potion.
Oh,
And to
no.
be safe, I'll need to test it on other research subjects before applying it to Stibbons. So I need the original reagents back so I can make more of the stoneflesh potion.
What good would that do?
So we can use it on the goblins, of course. Once they're petrified, they'll be the test subjects for my antidote. Let's go recover my reagents from those beasts. Then I must check my notes against the Yokudan inscriptions, if I can find them again.
Alright then, let's go do that. We're probably going to have to beat up a few gargoyles. Ooh, I'll have that. And I might as well irritate him first up. Oh, why was I irritating the goblin again? The gargoyle again? Apart from the fact it's worth a bit of XP. I know, I had the bear slap him. Good bear. Good bear. Find the Yokudan carvings above. Alright. Oh look, I know they're not carvings, but they'll do, okay? Ooh. And look, just to prove I don't have to fight everything inside, we'll go round them. Can I go all the way around them, do you think? It looks kind of promise. And I think,
I'll
nah.
have this in an instant.
Yeah, okay, you have that in an instant. I'll just run around the base of this rock and then I'm going to cause trouble because not causing trouble is a pain in the neck. I know, right? What? In a hurry me? No, never. Alright, up here. Oh, I think she must have got that even though I fell off the cliff. Very good. Alright, well let's defeat this one. There we go. What I like about these the bird just doesn't miss. Oh, and we got a chemical reagent off of that goblin, so we didn't want to avoid him anyway. Alright, so if I was avoiding XP, I mean trouble, I could run along the outside like this. Sword and spell are useless as it fells man and beast alike, and given time, the mountains themselves.
Oh, this is a curious one. I must have missed it on my first pass.
Oh, you missed it. Well, no wonder Stibbons is a rock. What? Well, it's true. If you ooh,
These
okay.
writings are very old indeed. How gratifying.
Really? Silver seam. Okay, it looked like a seagull had pooped on that rock, but it's actually just streaks of silver. Alrighty, now I saw a book down here and we just have to go and get it. So I'm afraid we will have to destroy the peace of this camp. A little bit of brutality, a little bit of flies in your eyes, and in your eyes, and We'll just take the treasure. This is what we're here for. Crow and Raven, 3 short stories. Where are we? I've lost myself. Oh, here we are. Okay, talk to Lady Laurent, and here I am busily ignoring her. Crow and Raven, 3 short fables. Now, I guess we could stand here and talk, but that might not be my best idea. Oh, you know what? Let's live dangerously.
You're rather useful in your own way. Meritorious work. Now, according to my notes, I just need to combine these reagents and shake...
Excuse me, Lady Laurent. Yes, I told you it was a dumb idea. Bear. Right. Sorry, Lady Laurent. What was that you were saying?
You're rather useful in your own way.
And the potion's ready?
Indeed it is. It's up to you to administer it, of course. You should probably pour it into whatever noisome slumgullion they're brewing up in those cookpots. While you're attending to that, I'll consult with our hireling guide.
You have a guide?
Oh yes, his name's Mare. He's rather a crazy old hermit, but he certainly knows his way around these old Yokudan ruins. He lives in a nearby cave overlooking the ruins. Hermit's Climb, they call it.
Why didn't you ask him to help rescue Stibbons?
I tried, but he refused to go near the goblins. Besides, he's quite mad. He's become entirely preoccupied with some ancient Yokudan riddle. You'll see when you meet him. Perhaps you'll be able to talk some sense into him.
Oh dear. All right. Let's go and add some stuff to the stuff. There we go. I saw some flesh flies back here. Where did they go, George? Alright, I've obviously missed them. That's okay. Usually you can find them if you look long enough, but I couldn't be bothered. Let's cause some trouble. I know, we're just going to start a little bit of trouble here. Oh, down he goes. Beautiful. I know, I have asked the bear to slap him. It shall occur in due time. Oh dear. I know, we don't have to irritate the entire goblin camp at once. We can just irritate it one at a time, right? Well, we can try this one. This is probably not going to end up very well for me. Really don't want to be put a set alight though. Always poison with these boys. Always the poison. Let me just grab this. Were you not listening? I said let me grab it, not interfere with me while I'm grabbing it. Man, rude little goblin. Alright, congratulations, guildmate. Grab that. Okay, don't shoot the man we've come to see. He might not answer me.
Still as the stone that walks. Yes. They remember, you know. They carry their histories etched in their flesh.
Walking stone. Is that poetic or literal?
Hearken, Wayfarer. They were here before the walls rose, and they are here after. And yet some mock these lowly creatures for worshipping them. What folly! The flying stones hold the secret you seek. In their unyielding flesh that is not flesh.
Are you as crazy as you pretend to be?
There are no dunes without wind. Yet, when the wind is gone, the dune remains, eh? Tongues of stone, young seeker. Tongues of stone.
I see. Man and beast. Sword and spell are useless as it fells man and beast alike, and given time, the mountains themselves. The hawk watches over sands without effort, but what watches over the hawk? A mother gave the first gift to her son, and for the rest of his life did he keep it with him.
You see? Quite maddening. And all I have to go on are these similarly arcane inscriptions from the ruins.
What do you need from him?
The Yokudan inscriptions are mysterious. Frankly, I'm baffled by them. But Mare has dropped hints that he knows what they mean. I'm sure he could tell me what I want to know, if I could only figure out how to give him what he wants.
So what does he want?
He wants the answer to the riddle of the inscriptions. He'll tell me my answer if I'll give him his answer, or something like that. It's maddening. Stibbons would know what to do, I'm sure. He was always good at seeing what's right in front of me.
But what do you need the inscriptions for?
They contain the key to the antidote for my stoneflesh potion. Somehow the gargoyles inspired the early Redguards to experiment with their own flesh and bone. If I could only understand their cryptic inscriptions, I could master their alchemy.
I see. Very well, Mare the Hermit.
You have answers. Answers are more to me than water.
Ooh, that's a lot coming from a Redguard.
Answers.
So you're looking for an answer to a riddle?
A riddle? No. The riddle. The one these ruins whisper every night. The one that hums through the walls when the sun beats upon them. You know whereof I speak. You've read the 3 inscriptions. If you haven't, what are you waiting for?
Life.
No, no. Do you think I have not thought of that? Cod's wallop. Invert your concepts. You speak like a child licking its first fish.
Ew! And time.
No, no, you are blithering. Concentrate, Seeker. Ignore the importunities of the hovering eyes of flame, as I do.
Then it's air.
Air. Yes, that's it. The breeze. The breath of Tava. Ah, devious Sep. You wind a fateful path in this desert. Here then is your answer. Within the maw and between the teeth. The gargoyle cannot hide its mortality forever.
Okay.
The tongue, of course!
Well, yeah. Help Lady Laurent harvest a gargoyle. Well, someone's got to help her, right? And in helping her, we help Stibbons. Let's go. Well, yes, I am trying to avoid unnecessary combat. Why do you ask? Oh, clearly not quick enough. All right. Okay, I think the nice Lady Laurent is actually keeping me alive right now, so maybe I shouldn't mouth off at her too much. Oh no, that wasn't her. That was my monster, little monster, floaty monster thing. Okay. Did we not harvest this gargoyle? Oh,
Ugh, how very disgusting.
that's not where its tongue's kept, dear. Now, how come they ignore her? Oh, now, well, at least now we know why she gets to run right through the middle of the goblin camp. I mean, I can run right through the middle of the goblin camp. It's just not as carefree. Oh, wait. Okay, let's go.
Arcay's beard. Could anything be more disgusting than this gargoyle's tongue?
Ew.
Oh, one must make the best of it, I suppose. Now, how to prepare the antidote.
You don't know?
That's why I had you dose the goblin's stew. Do pay attention. Several of them must have been petrified by now.
Oh, no.
I've prepared several versions of the antidote. I'll need you to apply it to the petrified goblins and record the results.
What will you be doing?
I shall have to somehow drag Stibbons back to the other camp. It's a bother, but there's no help for it. Once you've observed the results of your trials, meet me back there with your report. That data should enable me to concoct the final antidote.
All right. Are you sure you don't want to observe the results for yourself? I mean, you know, like a good little scientist. No? All right, then. Let's go and antidote some gobbos. Oh, wait, you missed one. They're a little bit mad at their friend being a statue, I see. You know what? I think I've irritated the entire camp all at once. Something I was actually trying to avoid doing. I did. I upset them all. Bear, what are you doing? What? Oh man, look. You and your friend. I know, I was trying to get the goblin over the spider's head. It's not working out at all well for me. And now we'll destroy it. What did I do? Bear slap it. Are we already? Yep. No. That's definitely not the one we wanted, right? Glad we didn't pour that one on Stibbons. Oh look, carrots. Just what I want for fighting a horde of goblins. Apples. Where'd those flesh flies go? Might as well have some of them. Nope, we just got bait, no larvae. Well, okay then. Oops, hang on. See if we can get some larvae out of these. Nope, just bait. Alright then. That one's done. Alright, we'll see if we can find one that's, you know, maybe not in the middle of camp. Will you stop calling for help? Alright. Stone flesh antidote. Right. Right, I see. That was definitely not the effect we were looking for. I want to know why they explode into chicken feathers when they're stone flesh. Oh man, poor Stibbons. He is destined to just be a running man statue forever. Alright, well, seeing as I've destroyed all the goblins in this camp, let's go. Look, see, yes, me running around a gargoyle. Ooh, ancestor stilk. Let's have that. And away we go. I know, right? Nearly there. I've lost the camp. This is true. I have no idea where it is. I think I need to go this way. And round the corner. And I've broken my hat. Or something. Probably while I was getting beaten up on by a gargoyle. Lady Laurent.
Did you use all of them? I
Yeah.
do hope you paid close attention to their effects.
I did. The petrified goblins either melted or exploded.
That's just what I was counting on. Right. Now I know how to adjust the concoction to make a working antidote. Soon Stibbons will be right as rain, thanks to my brains and your brawn.
Are you sure?
Now see here. The lack of confidence in me is quite unjustified. I know exactly what I'm doing. All right, stand back. I've no doubt these results will be spectacular.
Oh, really?
Now, if my calculations are correct, they should take effect almost immediately.
Oh, Stibbons. Are you all right?
Oh, by Xanathar, I have an acute throbbing in my cranium. Could this be what a hangover is like?
Are you all in one piece?
Possibly, though I'd like to take time for a more detailed inspection. How long was I asleep? Is Lady Laurent all right?
You don't remember being a statue?
A statue? Are you jesting? No, I can see you're serious. I recall nothing. I seem to be intact, although perhaps a trifle stiff in the joints. I could certainly use a strong... That is, I believe I have a bottle of medicine that will help me.
A strong drink. Ah, excellent. Lady Laurent, you need to be more careful with your manservant.
There. See, I told you it would work.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Indeed I am. I know you may not have much experience taking risks like this, but sometimes you just have to follow your instincts. Regardless,
What?
I owe you my thanks. Why, if Stibbons were stuck as a statue forever, I don't know what I'd do.
Are you going to continue your research?
I think we have accomplished quite a bit in this short time. Stibbons rescued and our notes gathered. I think it's time we returned to civilization and compiled our conclusions. It will be a scholarly sensation.
Lovely. Oh my goodness. Poor Stibbons. Yokudan, Hawk, Enigma. Okay, so what we're going to do... Examine those. We didn't examine those before. There's a guide for freshers to know much. Archaeology can be so gratifying. Alright, so what I'm going to do before we go anywhere is I'm going to go into my eye for inventory. There we go. We're going to grab our consumables, repair items. We'll grab ourselves a crown repair kit. And it should repair everything to its original condition. So you'll notice a little red helmet has gone from the bottom of my screen. That's because I had broken something that I needed to fix. Alright. Now we are still heading off towards Hallin's Stand. I was doing things all over the desert as I went. Hallin's Stand, that was that city we ran up to earlier. All right, let's go. Yeah, I'm not ready to go to Craglawn yet. But there you go. We'll just gather stuff along the way. We haven't done our crafting for a couple of days, I don't think. Is that a merchant? We can talk to the merchant. Hi, merchant.
Everywhere I go lately, there is some new disaster. It would bring...
Alright, we're going to sell stuff. Just to free up a little bit of space. I need the woodworking stuff. The supple root can go. The clothing can go. Excess lockpicks can go. I need the jewelry still. Cuirass can go. The greatsword can go. Actually, all of this can go. Leather belt. So basically all I'm keeping is the woodworking stuff and anything I can research off, because the woodworking isn't at level 50 yet. It looks fairly good. Okay, and stuff that I can't make up my mind about. Alright, that'll do. So I just want to make a little bit more space in my pack because we're bound to need it. Let's head on over to Hallin's Stand now that we've finished rescuing Stibbons from his employer again. Is that a fishing spot? That is. Pretty sure we've caught all the fish in this area that need catching though. For the achievement, the fishing achievement. Oh. I'm like, where's my bear? He's just out of pickup range. We just pick up the treasure off the wolf. In this case, treasure consists of rubido hide, which we're going to need to make things with. And I have run out of it before, so I'm always grateful when I get a chance to add some more. Those beetles are serious business, aren't they? Alright, so we're going to have to, she's in there somewhere, so that looks like the bridge in. Let's see if we can get in. This could be a little interesting. Things don't look like they went too well here. We may have to sneak in. Let's find out what's going on. I have to say the Gold Road has a really different feel to it to everything else. Well, we've discovered Hallin's Stand. On our map though, it's still black. Which means there must be a quest associated with it. Oh look.
Rumor has it you saved Lucky's blade from its old master.
Yep.
Well done.
Hey Emma, what can I do
We
for you?
lie about like whipped dogs. Hitoufah drags his feet, waiting for aid. Can he not see that none comes?
Aid for what?
The Imperials hold our city. We were taken before our swords could leave the sheath. There's a traitor, my people whisper. For now, we wait. Wait for the Covenant to send help and the Imperials to tire. But you don't seem like the waiting type.
And if I'm not?
I warn most against entering Hallin's Stand. But you might help us in our resistance. Go to the alchemist shop in town. You'll find like-minded people there. The Imperials won't let you pass in peace, but any of their blood spilt blesses the sand.
I'll check it out. No, the Imperials won't let me pass in peace, but any of their blood blesses the sand. What about my blood? Does it bless the sand too? Oh, right. Let's get to it. Mill a few Imperials. They're just doing their job. Alrighty. Sorry, what was I doing? I know. I was looking for... Oh, hello. An Imperial Enforcer. Enforce this. Oh, there's a disguise. I wonder if I should put that on. Septinathan's. We should have probably put that on before we entered her office. Alright. Bookshelf. Well, we found a law book. Death of morphotypical entities. My seminal work means these creatures known to Daedra manifest themselves upon the mortal flame. It's a thing that makes it impossible to almost truly kill a Daedra. Well, that's a pain in the neck, isn't it? Let's see what's on this bookshelf. Discomforts of War, Draconic or Endemic. Volume 19. Nice. Stendar's Divine Spear. Regarding the Hall. We found it, the legendary Hall of Heroes. It took weeks, but my scouts report finding an ancient temple nearly buried in the mountains southeast of Hallin's Stand. If it contains what the ancient mystics believe it to contain, it's the perfect place to remove the pest that has been plaguing our efforts against the Daggerfall Covenant. I'll be leaving this morning with a contingent of legionaries and scholars, and whatever archaeological tools we can find in this god's-forsaken city. Glory to Lord Molagbal, Magus General Septimathan. Well, Confessions of a Khajiiti Fur Trader. Ogres, a summary. When we pass, do not weep for your father, for he goes to join his father. A sigh. I think we actually more weep not for our fathers, or those who pass, but for ourselves. All right, so let's do the smart thing then. We're going to go into here. We're going to equip ourselves in a disguise. Now we look a little bit more like those around us. Out we go. We're traveling to the Hall of Heroes. Well, all right then. But I thought that was outside the city. Oh no, we don't need to use the laundry. We're good. The problem is these guys think I don't want a fight. Now that's a dangerous one. But everyone else we could probably sneak past. Let me just see what else is in the city. All right, yeah, let's go. And to unequip the disguise, now how do we do that again? Well, not through that window anyway. Equipped, here we go. So we can just basically unequip it from here. There we go. It's equipped over our appearance. Well, maybe that's what I need to do for my outfitting. Alright. No, we're not traveling to Craglord. Game, you're so optimistic. You want me to explore everywhere at once, and while that's normally my style of things, it isn't today. Mal the Great. Shaba's Oasis. Alright. I know, I want to go and unlock that oasis, but what we'll do is we'll zip-a-doo-dah across the desert and see if we can get at least to the start of the Hall of Heroes. Sounds a bit exciting, really. Let's see what we can find. I think that little letter was a plant, by the way. Oh, is that my last Wayshrine? No, it's my second to last Wayshrine. We will find the last Wayshrine eventually. It's just this one isn't it. Rubidite ore. Thank you. More rubidite ore. Don't know. Thank you. Some runestones. And thank you again. Alright, I think I zigged when I should have zagged. Because I need to get up over this hill here. Alright, we're getting there. Whoops! My bad. You okay, little dear? I know, that big mean wolf. He was right behind that rock, wasn't he? Looking exactly like a rock himself. Let's head on down to this Wayshrine. Alright, I'm making myself ill. Take a run up and oh, that's not quite what I wanted. It'll do though. Onsi's Breath Wayshrine. And there is our next mission. But guys, on that note, I am going to bid you adieu. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. I do not know what my bear is doing putting his head through solid rock, but what can I say? It's a bear. Alright guys, on that note, I will check you later. Take care out there.